everybody. I'm Stacey J.
And I'm Chuck Duran.
Here we go with part 2 with the fabulous and wonderful Kimberly Brooks. Well, on the opposite end of the spectrum, you have adorable Doc McStuffins.
Yes.
Like the top show on Disney Junior and actually, I don't know, everywhere. You
Super
played
popular.
Mom.
I do.
So sweet. That is another show that's really resonating with people because there's that lesson in it, but it's done in a way that's not dumbing down. It's adorable.
Oh, yeah. It's
so sweet.
fantastic.
It's a great cast.
It's
What does
like
Mom sound
another lucky great break for me. What does Mom sound like?
Yeah.
You've been talking to her the entire time.
Yeah.
She's me. She's just a nicer, calmer, faker version of myself. She's way
So
more patient
She's
than me.
flight attendant you.
So when
She's
you... that is funny.
She's me light. I don't know how to.
Right.
I don't
When
know.
but let me ask you, this is important. People need to find this stuff out. So when you auditioned for her, or did you? You got the job. You auditioned
Yeah,
for
they
her,
did.
right?
I
Your
believe
comment.
I auditioned. Yes.
Okay. So do you remember, like, if you did that, or were you, like, way off of that, or is that something that they went later? Do you remember that? You don't?
Don't remember. I think
Damn,
I just.
that would have been great
That would have
information.
been like if I had done it like with a like full on Russian.
Yeah, exactly. No, I actually did a Russian
Mary
and I got the job.
Poppins, I think, is what you
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It could happen.
Yes, that could have happened, but I think I just did it kind of normal because it's a really realistic show, and
Yeah.
the director of that show is awesome, and she likes really just natural acting and stuff, and I think people have a tendency because it's when it's kid shows to do all these like obnoxious voices and
Right,
stuff.
right.
Jess Fernell's on that show
course.
too.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
Chili,
Absolutely.
little Chili.
Yes, he's awesome.
Yeah,
on that
he's
show.
one of the guys that's
Laura
been like,
Jill
okay, dude, you got to get
Miller.
Kimberly
It's a great
on your show.
Oh, I
You
love
gotta get
him.
Kimberly.
I
love him.
He loves you.
I love
you.
him, and
And he's watching this right now because he
He
watches
is.
every episode.
Oh my God!
Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, Jessie.
Hi, Jess. Oh my gosh. Hello. I remember when I did. He did a pilot for us, like a sitcom thing.
Yeah.
A while back that was so funny, and I was so lucky because he invited me to be a part of that, and it was really fun. Yeah,
That's
I love
cool.
you, Jess.
That's
It's
cool.
awesome.
Aw, she loves you, Jess.
Then we
okay,
also
back to you.
have Coffee Mate commercials. You're that smooth, silky Coffee Mate voice. Very
Yes,
nice.
I did that for a while.
Tylenol, you've got-
Tylenol.
Tylenol.
Yeah, I did Tylenol.
Wow.
Now Susan Sarandon does
Yes.
Tylenol. But I often try.
No comment.
I love her whole approach. She's amazing.
Yeah.
I try to emulate her sometimes in my Tylenol reads,
Right.
Yeah.
for instance.
Yeah.
Have you noticed a lot of celebrities doing commercials lately?
Yeah.
Gee, Kimberly.
What's up with that?
Yes, we have.
I don't know. I
Don't
think
get
they should
Chuck
go
started.
back to
we
acting
kind
on
of
camera.
get a little
Yeah.
And leaving,
I'm like literally. I'll be one after the other. I'll be like Julia Roberts, and then
yeah.
I don't know.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there's Donald
And
Sutherland.
then and there's George Clooney.
Yeah,
And then
while,
there's
while we're on the subject,
Yes.
I'm going to speak my mind for
Please
one
do.
tiny little second.
Yeah.
And I've been saying this for a long
we talk
time.
about this a lot in our
All the
house.
time. So I love when I see an actor, even on a commercial, if I can see the actor, totally fine.
I'm all in.
Like your
But
pal
if-
Matthew McConaughey for Lincoln, right?
Exactly.
Now. He's all about I drove a
At
Lincoln
least
before
he's
they
in
paid
the car
me,
and
right?
he's frickin' talking.
He's
God
present.
bless you.
Yes.
He's present.
Yes.
Yes.
But to hear a voice actor on a commercial that maybe isn't even that great. They could have found a voice actor that actually sounded way better for a lot cheaper, probably.
Yeah.
But I don't like that at all.
I know. Well, how about with the animation, the big movies where they
Wow,
have
yeah.
to show the split screen with the on-camera actor with the cans and the camera,
Right,
like would be
right.
in there with the cans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because they want you to know who the voice is because it's not about.
It's not necessarily discernible because that's my thing is that is it really, I mean, because most people outside of this bubble we live in out here have no idea that's John Hamm doing Mercedes.
Exactly.
So it kind of makes you wonder, is it because the people in charge want to have the red carpet experience with them?
course.
Or go to the party
Yeah.
with them?
Have you been to a commercial voiceover session where there's like
Yeah. So it's
20
kinda
people in the
like-
room and they're ordering sushi and they're
Yeah.
ordering there
Right.
and it's
Exactly.
all everyone's
Right.
it's
Yeah.
a big production and everybody
Exactly.
yeah, of course.
Because people that friends of mine outside of LA kind of go, who? Huh?
Yeah.
What? Like, is it supposed to mean something to me? And it doesn't.
Yes.
You know, so.
Yeah. Well, Miley
Yeah.
Cyrus is now the voice of Folgers. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my-
But that would cross the line right there, man. I'm telling you right now.
That would be an interesting matchup.
Yes.
Um,
Do you have any projects going on right now that you want to talk about? Can you talk about the when we were talking about.
Don't say anything you're not supposed to talk
The
about. We don't want you
narration you're
getting in
doing.
trouble.
Can you talk about that? Or no?
Can I talk about it? I mean, it's like a murder show.
Yeah, something that you can't see.
No, Chuck loops. Forensic files. He just watched.
I love
There's the one
Forensic Files.
channel. It's like
yeah.
bang, bang.
Yeah, I
It's
watched
like
those.
it's
I like
like
those.
your mothership. You love that. I
Totally.
find them very disturbing. I'm too visual, and so I can't let the images go,
God.
and I can see.
3 months later, she'll
you
know
still-
like,
the
oh, that
details
scarf
of
was-
the shirt that the person was wearing.
That's
can't.
me
Yeah,
too.
it's really weird.
I'm visual and I remember it and it's
Yeah.
stored in there.
and then I can't erase it.
So it's kind of good because when I do record the show, I'm not doing it to picture anything. I'm just
Oh, good.
I'm just doing it. But I have been watching them just because I want to make sure I get my sound consistent.
Yeah.
It's a lot of words.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of.
So I am watching it and it's weird because I'm recording it and I'm saying these things and I'm in my, I'm using my whatever voice. And then
Is that what you call it?
it's my whatever voice.
Whatever voice.
It's her murder.
Allow me to put on my whatever voice. So I am doing that, and then I get home and I TiVoed it, and I will TiVo. No one has TiVo anymore. I'm so
Okay.
No,
It
no,
can be
no.
whatever you want.
Hold
See
on.
how old- that's how I date
I just Googled TiVo the other day. TiVo is still around.
still exists.
And it's still strong, and they're upgrading. And
Really?
Yes.
Because every time I say TiVo, they're like,
well,
are you supposed to
it
say?
may
I
not be like
hoppered
the
it?
hip thing. You hoppered it.
You wouldn't say
That's
I
the new one, the hopper.
I don't-
DVR.
I DVR'd it.
Okay.
I DVR'd my show, and it's really, really freaking disturbing. Don't watch it.
No,
she
because
can't.
I am Nancy Drew, and because I want to honor our guests, I did
A
do
snippet.
that a little. I was like, okay, but it was not as traumatic because I knew it was you. So I was like, it's okay,
Yeah.
it's okay. But
Well, I hope you're watching the one that's me because it's been on for a while and I just started.
Yeah,
this
you
season,
just started
but yeah,
doing.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, cool.
But,
yeah, because there was.
Yeah, it just aired this.
well, congrats on that. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
it's pretty.
man.
It's a lot.
It's different.
It's fun.
Well,
Absolutely.
it certainly
But it's
speaks to
creepy.
your range.
Yeah.
Because you have a sweet mom of a little girl, and you have your Ashley Williams, and you have Winks, and you have all these. So I think it's a fantastic example.
It's-
not of cuckoo people that do horrible things, but of you as an actor
Yeah.
that you have such a range of storytelling. So
Well,
that's
thank
what we're
you.
going to focus on.
I love
Yeah.
that. Thank you.
We're going to
Yes.
focus on that
Yes.
because
I do have a lot of voices in my head. I
Yeah.
will admit that. I'm
Yeah.
kind of like Sybil a little bit, but
Which helps you a lot.
it does help in this business.
Yeah,
this is a good
absolutely,
thing.
absolutely.
Yes, this is a good non-medicated
Okay,
thing.
so I'm going to ask you something.
Yes.
If your best friend Sally or Fred,
Mm-hmm,
fictitious names, came up to you because they were your best friend and said, "Kimberly, I really, really want to do what you do. I really want to do voiceover.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where should I start? What should I do first?"
Well, that's a tough one. And it's also one of my least favorite questions because the business is so wacky and crazy and there's no like door that you go in and then you go, it doesn't really work that way. And it's, like I said, a lot about luck. And now the intranet has made everything all crazy and you can be in Kansas in your basement and be, whatever. So it's a lot different than when I started. But I will say one thing you need to have is your skills down. So I would recommend to Sally, Fred.
She remembers the fictitious names.
Well, they're my best friends.
Of course.
Yes.
So I
You're a
would
good-
say, guys, best friends, take a really good acting, specifically voiceover acting class and get your skills, your tools sharp
Yeah.
and go for it. If you really want to do it, if you really want to live this life of rejection, go
This
for it.
life of rejection.
Go for it. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. I just,
That's good advice.
But I think the
Yeah.
regret of not even trying is worse than the
Absolutely.
rejection.
especially if you, because I know I would have,
Yeah.
been so bummed if I didn't try. That was never an option though.
Yeah.
So I feel like if people are, really wanting to do it, they're gonna, find their avenues
Right.
and just,
Absolutely. Yeah.
take the classes.
And
I
try
can
to
see that
find
flip over
people.
there.
Yeah. No, it looks good.
It's
though. You're
working
looking
for you.
good.
It's working for you. No, but and also sometimes trying to find people around you that are going to help support you. Not necessarily just say, "Oh yeah, everything's great, perfect," but just to keep you going, especially when you're having that week where you're like, "Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
can someone please say yes to me?"
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
And one of the cool things about getting into the business today, because I mean, obviously there are some ups and downs to everything, but one of the cool things that I've seen today is that because of the interwebs, we can actually reach out to people like Joe Cipriano or myself or Art Butler, right, on Facebook, ask them a question and you're probably going to get an answer from a reputable source. So, those things could actually help you come along,
it's
right?
True.
Yeah.
It is true. And then there's a lot of people that are a lot better at mentoring than me, I know people like D. Baker. They're always helping people. And
there you go, D.
He's got
Baker.
his awesome
website.
Yeah.
And he's awesome.
He
and
is.
I need to be more like that.
Yeah.
So,
well, when you get less busy, then you can do things like that.
yeah, but D is pretty busy.
Well, but I think you do in
trying
your
to
own
get you a
way.
little
in my own way. Yeah, yes,
Maybe
I'm so busy.
it's not in such a formal way, but I mean, you do in your own way because you're very accessible to people and you're very gracious. And I mean, you never hear anyone say anything but lovely things about you and just how you're very kind and
Thank you.
and classy, and so that goes a long way.
Thank you. Well, yeah, I think, you know what? The conventions that I've been going to, actually connecting with, people that are interested in video games, and that's been my way of connecting with people that want to get into it. So
that's a lot. I mean,
I think it's pretty cool. And there's a lot of people that want to do it,
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, now, Kimberly, that you've been on VO Buzz Weekly, when people come up to you and say, Kimberly, what should I do if I want to learn what I need to do to get into this business? You can say, you need to watch VO Buzz Weekly every single week.
Of course.
Right?
I mean,
That's what Jesse says.
That goes without saying.
Because they're going to get some good information.
Of course.
Right?
Great information.
Great information.
Meet all kinds of...
Well, from all different perspectives.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend doing that. If you want
and
to
she's
succeed.
not just saying that.
And I'm not just saying that
She's
because
not
they're
just
sitting
saying
right
that.
here.
Specifically, episodes 140 and 141.
Those would be the key episodes.
Those are the clinchers. Was there some advice that you got at some point in your life that you think has helped you in your career?
In my career, yeah. I think some advice that was really helpful came to me when I was younger, though. And I had the teacher that, asked me to come and do the musical theater when I was in the 3rd grade. And I was really shy and I didn't think I could sing and I'd never done it before. And it was one of those moments where she's like, you have a beautiful voice, you should sing. And her name was Mrs. Kelly. And that was really...
That helped you a lot.
That was huge. That was so huge. Like, maybe I would have never even done any of this had she not said that to me.
Mrs. Kelly.
Mrs.
Just because she told you
teachers.
that you have a beautiful voice.
She told me, and she
that
put me
you
in the
could
play
do
and
that.
gave me a part.
Yeah,
and
that's fantastic.
Yeah, and then I did, all the rest of the plays with her after that. Yeah, so I had that really inspirational teacher who saw something in me, and she was, she was really, really cool in that way. And then I had a really great high school drama teacher too, Mr. Bell, who was... we did awesome musicals. We did Sweeney Todd.
Wow.
And we actually got the real chair, the chair that they used. I don't know if you guys know the show, but that they used on Broadway. So, and the whole was rigged up on the stage, so it would go flat, and then people would slide down underneath the stage when Sweeney Todd would slit their throats. Yeah.
Anybody else in your life that you feel really like was a comrade or that stood beside you and said, yeah, you can do it, like as you were growing up and... that encouraged you to do certain things? Maybe think outside the box, or...
That's a really good question. Well, it's interesting because a lot of my friends that I did drama with, because I grew up here in LA, are still in the biz and still...
Are you like an LA girl?
I'm an LA girl.
Wow.
I'm actually from here. I'm from the suburbs.
Suburbs.
The suburbs, but LA, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because when I was in high school in drama, we competed in drama festivals, and we competed against like Hollywood High, and it would be like, I remember, what's his name? Adam Rich. Remember Adam Rich?
Yeah.
From 8 is Enough?
Yes.
He was in the competition when I was in like high school, but he was like on the show, and he was like, but he went to that school
That's
whatever.
cool.
And
That's cool.
we were like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Adam Rich, and I think, I actually think we beat him that year.
Wow. So
yeah.
part of your big thing is that competition thing.
Competition. There we
You
go back
like
to the full
competition.
circle.
Yeah.
Drama
Very
festivals. It was really cool. I wonder if they still do those, because that was really.
You know what? I don't know.
I think
There's
in some parts of the country there's. I mean, I know they do it in dance, but I don't know.
They used to do it here, and it was.
Yeah.
It
We
was
have
great.
X Factor.
Well, yes.
Well, we
Chuck.
used to have X Factor.
Yeah.
Do we
Oh, is
still
that
have
even?
X Factor?
I don't think X
I
Factor's
don't know. It's probably
In
gone
England,
now.
I think it's in England.
replaced by
but-
Here today and gone tomorrow. Damn it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think one of the other things that helped me was being in that theater program. We would have rehearsal from 9 to 5 on Saturdays, and we would do these full-on musicals, and I just developed a taste for
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
theater and discipline and that whole life.
So do you think that tenacity, do you think those are what do you think are the keys to your success? I mean, continuing it on, and what keeps you going every day when the yeses and the nos are coming at you? And
I think just like you said, tenacity and just that drive, and you just keep going, and knowing that even if you don't get this role, there's going to be something else coming. That's kind of how I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a positive person?
I try to be.
You try to be?
I try to be. I am until I'm on the road driving in LA. Oh my
Do
God.
you get road rage?
Oh, but I've learned to curtail it. Like I have it all down, like contained.
you're just getting into character.
I just keep it all in. But there's a lot of annoying people out there.
Oh gosh, are you
Just
kidding me?
a
I know.
lot
I wish
of
my
them.
car was made out of like solid steel. So
I wish mine was like a hovercraft and I could just hover above everyone and just keep.
Have you ever thought about what you would do if you didn't do?
Yeah. Have you ever thought about that?
I have, I guess, because I just love voiceover so much. But I'm a foodie. Everybody, so I'm really fascinated by food and cooking food. I like to cook. I grew up with women that cooked. My dad cooked too.
Yeah.
So I think I would have do something in the food industry.
Well, who knows? Maybe you'll have a restaurant one day.
That's what I mean. Like I'd probably like to have a restaurant, sit at the bar, look cool, that kind of thing, and with really good food around.
Yes, of course.
Maybe someday.
Maybe we'll have Kimberly's Cafe. Can I help you? I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
right.
we're all booked up. There's no reservations.
KB's.
That actually happened to me when I did live in New York for a few years, and I waited tables. When I was there. Shocking.
Very good.
And I worked at a restaurant in the West Village that got a really great review. It was a really cute French restaurant, and then we got a review in the New York Times, and then literally overnight, you could not get a table at this place.
Yeah, that happens there.
I know, it was really cool, but the really fascinating part was when they did the interview, they actually took my picture, I don't know why, of all of the wait staff.
Right.
And I was in the New York
Have
Times.
you looked at yourself? Jeez,
for the serving the people for the French food. But anyway, I don't know what that story had to do with anything, but
It was good. It shows that you were a servant.
I was a
could
servant.
serve.
But now I want
And
to sit at the
because
bar.
of you, restaurants do
it
very,
shows
very
that
well.
Your brain is so firing on all
Yeah.
cylinders. You're like, that reminds me. You're like, bam,
Yes.
bam, bam.
This is another time.
Improv,
What you're
improv,
trying to
improv.
say is that no matter what you're involved with, it succeeds. So
Yes.
everybody should hang around with you.
That's
And that you can learn
That's
something
what I
from every experience.
it's true.
even the ones that kick your butt.
You can learn a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's do let's put Kimberly
we're
on
gonna-
the.
Oh my goodness.
Let's ask her a little
Pick a
if
little
question
number
here.
between 5 and 129.
Okay,
Nah.
88.
88. She would.
88.
Is there an 88 significance?
8's one of my numbers.
Yeah.
8's
okay.
one of my numbers.
Crazy 8. 8 is enough.
Crazy 8's. I'm born on 8's. I got the 8's.
Okay. Imagine you're a teenager, Kimberly. If you had to
Oh my
name
God.
the most difficult thing about being a teenager today, what would you say?
Oh,
Because your kids aren't teenagers yet.
my son is pretty close.
Pretty close, but...
What's difficult for them or for me? Oh,
Well, you can answer one or both or whatever you think. What do you think? I mean, what do you think?
if I was a teenager,
Yeah, what would you think? It's the most difficult thing.
I just feel like the world's really fast right now compared to the way it was when I was a kid, where you would just, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm getting older, but it just seemed a lot slower and simpler, and
It was, yeah.
now it's just, I don't know. I've kind of given up on trying to like censor TV for my kids and all that stuff because
You just let
it's
them watch
just,
whatever they
it's
want.
just
Well, even
everywhere.
a lot of the stuff that's
That's
supposedly
what I'm saying. It's not
geared for
Yeah.
young audiences. It's not.
I know, and like when I try to, and I have my kids watch movies that I watched when I was a kid that
Right.
were maybe rated PG, I'm like, That now,
Mom!
this is like rated G to them now. You know, like it's just things have really moved along rapidly, and I hate to sound like an old-fashioned like kind of.
There's nothing wrong with old
No,
fashion.
I mean, hold on as long as you can.
But that's what I mean. Yeah, it's
yeah.
just it's really just it's I don't know. But maybe teenagers don't recognize it because it's what it's all
they
they know.
recognize it when they get a lot older.
Yeah,
You
and
know
then
what I
they
mean?
like us, and then we
yeah,
look back.
exactly.
Yes.
They're like, hey, you know what?
Wait, let's rock in our chairs. You know
Well, I'll tell you what.
In the day when I was a youngster.
I remember the interwebs. Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's
Time is precious, and
right.
that little capsule. I mean, because you're an adult for so much longer than you're a child.
I
so
know
Yeah.
it goes. I know I'm
Don't
always
grow up too fast.
just stay little.
Yeah.
I know. It's like
Well, we love that you get to play and be childlike every day,
Yes.
and we
It's
wish
true.
you
Thank you.
so much continued
Tremendous
success and
more
abundance,
success.
and you're always welcome here. And thank
thanks
you
for
so
having me.
much
That was
for
fantastic.
You're so
being here.
cool.
We
Thank
love you.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Kimberly Brooks, ladies and gentlemen, right there, live. We will see you guys next time.
Hey everybody, Kimberly Brooks here. I just got buzzed with Chuck and Stacey, and I had a blast.
Well, that's all we have with the awesome Kimberly Brooks, but be sure and tune in next week because we are going to have another cool episode of VO Buzz Weekly for you.
Absolutely. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest at VO Buzz Weekly. Thanks for watching. We love you guys. And just remember,
You always have time for a little buzz.